Today we are going to compare the two main fuel sources of the Ooni Karu, wood and gas. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the setup. Of course, setting up the gas burner is really easy because you only have to do this.
First, attach the gas burner unit itself. Then remove the oven door and put on the chimney cap. Next, attach the gas hose to the tank and turn on the gas. Check for any gas leaks as stated in the manual. So please, not like this. Then switch on the burner and you're done.
With wood, it's a little bit of a different story.
Attach the cover if you haven't already, put on the chimney, turn the valve to a vertical position, remove the cap and insert the fuel tray. Put on the door, build a fire with some fire starters and small wood chunks. Then light it up, close the fuel hatch, and after a couple of minutes you have a fire.
The preheating time for gas and wood is about the same, but you could consider gas to be a little bit faster because you have to set up less in the first place. The cooking experience with gas and wood is quite different. Gas is very easy, convenient and practical. You always have a steady burning flame in the back of the oven, which you honestly don't need to give any attention to. What I also love is that you can cook with the door off. For me, this is a huge plus for cooking with gas because you can see your pizza at all times. This means you know exactly when you have to turn it, how the top is looking, how the bottom is looking, all that kind of stuff. With wood, of course, it's a little bit different. You have to pay a lot more attention when cooking with wood. You really need to take care of that fire. Managing the heat in the flame is a little bit easier when you use charcoal and wood because of course you have charcoal as a constant heat source. But I personally only like to use wood by itself. But still, you need to maintain a burning hot flame in the back of the oven at all times because without a flame you can't cook any pizza. Also keep in mind that you have to refuel the oven about every 5 minutes or so. And if you want to cook multiple pizzas after one another, this can become a little bit annoying after a while. So if I personally were to host a pizza party, I would probably use gas for it. One real downside of using wood is that you have to use the oven door, which means you can't see your pizza cooking. You might ask yourself, why don't you just leave the door off? Well, technically you can, but unfortunately the Ooni is designed to be used with the door on. And if you use the oven without it, you will lose a lot of heat and even a little wind can disturb the airflow. So especially if you want to make Neapolitan pizza where it's all about this intense heat, you really need to use the door. And one more thing, I never really know where to put this door. It's super heavy and really hot, and I'm honestly sometimes kind of scared I'm gonna damage something with it. In conclusion, in terms of cooking experience, gas is my preferred method because most of the time I'm just lazy. But sometimes I very much enjoy playing with live fire too. I mean, of course, it's more work, but if you like playing with fire and you're a pyromaniac like me, then I'm sure you will have a good time. And if you do something you really enjoy, it isn't really considered work, right? I also wanted to mention when I talk about my gas burner experience, I always talk about the modified version. I had to modify my gas burner because it didn't work properly, but if you're interested in this topic, check out the video I linked for you in the top right corner. But now it's pizza time, so let's compare the performance of both fuel sources.
As you can see, the pizzas cook really nicely with both fuel sources and take pretty much the same time. Unfortunately, my dough was a little bit soft by the time I started cooking with wood, which is why it's not in a perfectly round shape and had this big bubble. But these things just happen if you try to do everything at once. And look, the pizzas are already done.
But now the one question everyone wants to know. Can you actually taste the difference between wood and gas-fired pizza? Let's find out. By the way guys, if you enjoyed this video so far, I would be super happy if you could hit that like button so this video reaches more people. Thank you very much. Okay guys, so the gas-fired pizza is ready now. Let's take a look at it and see how it tastes. This pizza is phenomenal, but now let's see if the wood burner actually gives off a smoky flavor to the pizza. Okay guys, so this is the wood-fired pizza. So now let's give this wood-fired pizza a taste as well. Even though I didn't cook this pizza to perfection, it's very good. And honestly, I don't really taste any difference to the gas-fired one at all. So if you would hand me both of these pizzas, I would honestly not know which one is which. But can you taste the difference between wood and gas? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in how this oven compares to my big wood-fired pizza oven, make sure to watch this video next. Bye bye!